Yeah, Sweetass. Welcome to Wknd Sessions.
Hello, the Wknd.
Guys.
Hello, Ali.
Again, we sing
Same
Alam
face.
here with a different band.
Boring.
But I mean, your record, man, from last year, Wacaya Lu, gempak gila, bye.
Thank you.
Tapi, how do you feel actually about the record?
How do we feel? We are very happy with the record just because it's personal to us because it was supposed to be an inside joke.
Yeah.
It started off like that.
It started off as an inside joke. So
Yeah, it's just for us to party in the studio.
yeah, initially it wasn't even a real band. It's just I guess macam a getaway lah for us after a long day at work. Just like jam.
Play a couple shows with Ramapi, you know, like.
Yeah.
I just needed a reason to go out.
Yeah.
As a
Yeah, for
dad.
sure.
And I mean, for me, the grunge elements, the shoegaze elements, benda macam tu natural to an Alang and Aki. Tapi macam mana kalau jumpa James?
Sebenarnya kita jumpa James by chance kan.
By chance.
Just around the time somehow we spend a lot of time at
Minute in it.
Minute in it.
MD's first show.
What did I decided to get you?
After Malu
No,
Dinosaur's first show.
Because you had to sound check guitar because Azim didn't
Oh,
show
also
up.
we just wanted a different face.
Different faces.
Yeah, suggested to learn some names, but Lan was like, maybe we should get a completely different drummer. Okay lah, just get this Mat Saleh lah. He's pretty good as a friend. So
And at that time he was playing with Johan. So they're a DJ duo.
yeah.
So we thought okay lah, maybe get him. And then we talked to Johan and macam mana mamak ni okay ke tak.
DJ mesti boleh main drum kan?
And apparently he used to play drums back in New Zealand. So
Oh shit, you had other bands.
Yeah,
Other
yeah.
bands, yeah.
Mostly like psych kraut kind of stuff. Yeah, not so much rock music. I can't really
never
play straight.
rock music.
And how
The
did you feel
intention-
when you first heard like the raw tracks?
It was just funny. I don't know. It was just I just liked it because it was funny. It's like at the time, especially, it certainly wasn't my cup of tea, so to say. But actually being in the band got me back into like the old rock that I used to listen to, and you know when I was a teenager kind of thing.
Like Pearl Jam,
Maybe not like Pearl Jam, but
Stone Temple Pilots, New Zealand favorite.
she had.
So you just mentioned two bands from the 90s, this alternative rock, grunge type thing, and we all know Alang and Aki from the grunge bands back in the day, BB noise scene, blah blah blah. But this is also for me like a big moment because Alang, kau selama ni main drum je, tapi macam suddenly macam fronting a band that sounds so natural to you. How do you feel about that?
Actually, aku main gitar dah lama. So throughout the time I was drumming for all these bands in the past, I was also writing my own riffs, my own song. So it is natural because it's pretty much my own thing, like simple, catchy tunes and yeah, tu je lah.
How do you guys feel about? Aku dengar Sweetass is got hooks, simple composition, simple lyrics. Like what can you say about that? Making music like that?
I think it's because initially it's not a planned thing. So initially we weren't really a band. It's just let's get together, let's jam, and kita tak ada kita tak ada intention to write critical music.
Initially we wanted a dream pop band.
Oh yeah, we wanted to play
Like
dream
nothing
pop.
big.
Yeah.
It's just to kill time, you know? It's just like get drunk and play some music.
Yeah, in the studio and hang
then the
out.
song was supposed to be like, in terms of vocal, it was supposed to achieve something like Billy Corgan kind of style, not when he screams, like, you know, all the soft part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Kau tak sengau ah?
But it didn't turn out that way. It didn't turn out that way. So some songs I couldn't reach the pitch, I just scream. And then, this one has to scream. Okay lah, scream lah.
Right.
Even lyrically, we try not to be critical about it. So whenever we wrote a song together or Alang came out with a riff or a song, then we would jam it in the studio. Then the next day Alang macam, okay, here's the lyrics. Then kita orang akan gelak gila while jamming. So yeah, and the lyrics pun revolves around like
Wacayalu was
benda-benda
very
biasa.
short. The process of composing it was very short.
Too short.
Aki showed the riff, and then I was like humming along with the riff, and then suddenly came up to me like Wacaya sama. Aki was like, boleh. Lang bubur mentadak mentadu, mana-mana dalam tu bubur je. Sebab dia memang suka cakap mentadak mentadu pagi member kan.
Tapi yeah, it ended up sounding really good, capturing that vibe lah, the 90s vibe. And I think Lan, I don't know if you listen to a lot of 90s stuff when growing up.
To be honest, like to be purely honest, I'm not really into like American rock kind of music.
Yeah.
So like most of my friends back then, they listen to like Brit rock. So I'm more to like the British side of like rock, so to speak. Tapi adalah like growing in that era, you would know all these bands, kawan-kawan kau semua orang dengar. But I love Smashing Pumpkins. Not so much of a Pearl Jam, Nirvana thing.
Yeah, for sure.
But I like Mudhoney. So, but not really a big fan. But I like the sound, I like the attitude, I like the character.
We didn't mean to form a grunge band, bro. People just start
Yeah,
calling us
that's
grunge.
for sure.
We thought we were like noise pop because we literally
We're noisy.
noisy
Yeah,
and
especially Aki lah.
vocals are pretty
Aki
pop,
punya
isn't it?
guitar
kan?
lines are sick, gotta say.
Yeah, tu je lah. But diorang kata grunge, kita grunge lah.
But before anybody, I want to be the first person to tell you that this band with Alang fronting it, I'm sure you've heard it before, but to me it's like a Dave Grohl moment, moving from the drums to front a rock band macam ni.
Actually during Aki and my time in Menan Desire Effort, our previous band, towards the end of the time with the band, we used to talk about having a simple band. Like, can we just start a simple band because all this progressive idea is getting too much. We've been doing it for many years, so I'm just like really bored with it. I just want to do something simple and just like strum, not even muting the riff, just like strum. I just love strumming and that's it lah. And then simple noise, rock out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just straight.
I mean,
straight
you and
up.
I, we talk a lot about music, and I like that every time we speak of creating something, you always use the term stimulation. You find, you yearn and you look for a kind of stimulation in making music.
You gotta shock sendiri before you
Other
let people
can
shock with you.
Yeah. Yeah,
If
that's
you don't shock sendiri, how can others shock with you?
James tahu apa shock?
James tahu. He shock all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
Spek merah
Right.
nampak shock lah. And so, this is I think a great new band for Alang and all of you guys. It's sounding good. Any future plans? Any new things on the horizon?
Just keep not taking ourselves too seriously. Like, it's working so far,
Yeah.
and it seems to keep working. Right?
That's true.
Yes.
We have more stuff releasing soon actually. We've
have-
recorded a few new songs and we have an album for next year. Actually, we have 2 albums in the future.
We are heading towards second album and we're gonna keep releasing singles, but not all songs from the album. So we probably leave about 3 more tracks before we release the album. Yeah.
Hey, I want to know something. You know how every now and again, you know, the music fan cycle and like whatever is blowing up in music in general, always championing a throwback thing. You know, when the Strokes broke out, they were playing something from the 60s, but did it in the year 2000. And what you guys are doing is similar. It's a throwback sound. It's very 90s,
True.
you know, noise pop, grunge, whatever. How do you feel about that? Like, why do you think people like something yang dah ada zaman dulu tapi buat zaman sekarang?
Aku rasa people go through phases in life. Somehow it works every 20 years or so. But this band is not a throwback. It's a coincidence, I think.
Yeah, it's 100% coincidence.
Yeah.
And also, I think music in general, when you listen to music, it sets the environment. So macam if you're listening to a 60s band, then you can sort of imagine the sunny vibes. You you can imagine that you're in the 60s. So I think same goes with the kind of music that we are playing. I guess you could say 90s inspired or throwback, whatever you call it. So I guess for people who lived throughout that era, and like with the internet, Spotify, all these streaming platform, there's so many music coming out every day, and it's very saturated. So sometimes at the end of the day, after hours of exploring new music, you just want to go and listen to something that is familiar to you, something that brings you back to like masa zaman sekolah ke.
Yeah.
It comes easy to James too, because in New Zealand they're still playing Pearl Jam, Stone Temple Pilots, and Nirvana.
There's a radio station called The Rock Radio that has the same like 150 songs from the last 30 years. Like it's just,
of 90s
and
rock.
every year they have the top 100 countdown, and it's the same like 20 songs in the top 20. It's like Metallica, Pearl Jam,
Live.
yeah. Every year. It's terrible, and I used to work as a mechanic in a workshop as well, and that radio station would always be playing. And
I think the rarest track they would play from Pearl Jam is State of Love and Trust.
yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know.
Aku tak tahu. Tapi itu betul-betul punya grunge Alang sebenarnya.
That's very true. I mean, Alang had a grunge band when he was 15, 14, 16.
I was there to
called
witness it,
Flu.
man. I was there to witness it, so I know it all.
Just a rim picture
Dalam
from the
darah, bro.
streets.
Darah. Tak ada niat pun nak main grunge semua, aku main je. Punya aku duk main daripada dulu kan.
Yeah, sebenarnya when we started,
Tahu-tahu je, grunge. Oh yeah, lah.
like when we started, we were listening to a lot of Australian bands, to be honest. Violent Soho, then there's this few bands from LA scene, so they're called like Ovlov.
Yeah, I think if people want to
Happy
talk
Diving.
about, if people want to talk about the comeback of grunge, the grunge revival would be like coming from the Australia lah. Kan? Violent Soho, Dizzy Death Race, apa lagi?
Yeah.
There's another one lah, tak ingat.
Okay.
I can't think of any now.
Yeah. Before I end it, I'm gonna say I don't wish for grunge to make a comeback, but I wish
Neither do
the new grunge thing, whatever elements it has now, sounds like what Sweetass are doing. This is great.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.